Well, hey, how you guys doing? This is Joanna. Welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Now, how many of you guys are in total shock because you're seeing something else beside a pendant on my channel? Yes, I know. I figured that after all those years and after hundreds and hundreds of pendants, it is time to move on and broaden my horizons. So today I'm making a bangle and I'm so jazzed about it. It was pretty darn easy to make and fun and came out actually pretty okay for a first bangle. Let me show you how I made this. So if you watched my video last week, I created a cane, or should I say I attempted to create a cane. So when I was working on the cane, I did have some leftover pieces of the cane, and this is exactly what I'm using today on my bangle. So I have a bangle blank and they are readily accessible online. They are also very inexpensive. This one is not very wide, but it was the widest one that I could get. I don't even know if it's quite ½ inch. I'm going to measure it and I'll put it in the description below. But I'm cutting out 2 pieces of black clay, the size of the bangle. Now I'm grabbing this little device to make the bend in the bangle. It's very actually easy to make, but this was my first bend, so I was struggling just a little bit. It's just a matter of like getting to know the pieces that you're working with, and then everything goes okay. So first you are going to make a bend on one side, and when you're happy with that, you're going to put the other side in, and you're going to create another bend going the other way. And this is where I said what I meant when I said that you have to get to know your pieces. Anyways, we will adjust the size of the bangle because everybody's wrists are, different sizes later on, but that is it for now. Now I'm going to grab one piece of the black clay and I'm putting it on top of my metal, and I'm just going to attach it to it. So you're just gonna place it. It's okay if it's not perfect or if it's stretched out and goes over past the bangle. You can just tear it off. It's really not a big deal. Basically, I just want to make sure that my metal is covered with polymer clay. So you can see that this is the front, and I'm just going with my finger and I'm just squishing the clay on top of my bangle, and I'm getting a very nice finish. And I'm going to grab my second piece of black clay and I'm going to put it on the inside, and I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to attach it to the inside, and then I'm just going to make sure that the metal is not showing in between the 2 pieces. So I'm kind of going in and I'm squishing it, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to be adding more clay to it, so I'm really not too worried if little tiny pieces of clay are showing, or the metal are showing from below. But here you have it. I'm taking my cane, or part of my cane, and I just sliced it into thin pieces. And at this point I really do not have like a master plan, which maybe I should have had a master plan, but I didn't. Don't worry about the texture on the bangle right now because I was playing with different things, but I'm going to cover it with my canes anyway, so you're not going to show any kind of texture on this piece. So I'm just grabbing and I'm taking slice by slice and I'm just attaching it to my bangle. Very easy peasy. So I think that the biggest thing for me when I was attaching all the pieces was to keep the bangle uniform, because I think some parts of the bangle were thicker than other, and when I would squish it, it would just make the whole thing look distorted. So it was a lot of playing around. So I'm gonna be honest with you that it took a while for me to actually finish that part and make sure that everything is nice and smooth. Now, in the beginning, I thought that I was going to leave those little black pieces showing, but then I decided, nah. So I grabbed the leftover of the actual cane from last week's video, and I'm covering the black pieces that are popping out with the flower cane. And honestly, I think that it was a good choice. I really like the way this came out. It looks like one big mess, but actually when you look at it from far, it looks pretty neat. And this is it to the bangle. This thing is going in at 270 degrees in the oven for half an hour, and that is going to be it. There are so many possibilities with bangles, though. It really is pretty amazing when you think about it. But when it popped out from, I popped it out from the oven, I put a gloss varnish on it, and although you may think that, oh, you know what, it looks kind of imperfect, well, it is perfectly imperfect, because when I put it on my hand and I adjusted the size, I gave it a nice squeeze, it was absolutely amazing. It looks so pretty, and I am so glad that I gave it a try. I really need to try other things with polymer clay as well, because it's just so much fun. Well, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know when you think about it, and let me know if you guys ever made a bangle with polymer clay. I'd love to know that. Have a great day, my friends. Until next time. Ta-ta!